My name is David Luoto, and I'm creative director with the Bond franchise. The missions are a lot deeper. There's probably maybe 50% more content, I think. A lot of people felt that Agent Under Fire had very high production values. Maybe it was a little light. We decided that we would try to increase the depth of the gameplay, try to build on our past successes. This is the same team that did Need for Speed and did the driving missions for AUF are working on this. So you have upgradable gadgets like your laser, your grapple, things like that. You can increase performance of those. Those will help you actually uncover other areas of the map, say, that you wouldn't be able to get to. And those will help you find things that might be of value, armor, things like that. Prototypes for other upgrades, perhaps a weapon upgrade. The Zap Watch, right. That particular one would only be effective, say, on one opponent. But if you get an upgrade, you'd be able to stand behind one guy, shoot through him, and it would connect to the second one. So we call that the multi-stunner, right? It's got a fairly sophisticated rocket launcher. It's got like dual modes, so you could guide it or you could shoot it unguided. For split screen for two to four people. We think that we're going to have quite a few more modes than Agent Under Fire had. We only had a couple specialty ones. This one we want to do some that really key in on gadgets, on sabotage, on other characters who give you things like lab coat type guys, so you can actually build a weapon with your team and then like use your weapons against the other team, that kind of thing. So we want to make that a lot more sophisticated. They take cover. Sometimes they'll be using like cover attacks, so one guy will cover for the other one while he moves forward. They'll attempt to do sort of flanking maneuvers on you. We do have some levels where there's a stealth mode where there's alarms and that kind of thing. No, I wouldn't say that we're dynamically calling on support of bad guys. So there are like volumes of areas that we define as being in shadow, and Bond can move into those. He can be quite quiet and do that. At the end of all these missions, you've got scoring that reflects these different things. So you can get more points actually for not being detected, say, by guys. You might still have to take them out, but if you can get around them and stun them from behind, that kind of thing, it actually leads to a higher score in the end. We're going to continue the Bond moment tradition. That's just sort of an extra thing that you can go in and discover all of them and get the higher score, and these will lead to more rewards, right? So a lot of multiplayer extras, extra skins, things like that you can play. We want to give away a lot of those, but the means is moments and playing the game, kind of like we imagine James Bond would actually play it. You need to maintain a sort of narrative that makes sense, so it's hard to say. I would say probably 4 different alternating sort of areas, probably per mission, I'm guessing, or kind of alternate ways to do things. Well, eventually you need to achieve some objective, and usually the objective itself is the thing that ties it back in. So how you actually get to the objective is sort of the interesting part, and then accomplishing it that just happens. You remember the Lotus Esprit from Roger Moore days, and it was great. I wanted that car. I wanted it so badly. Every guy's fantasy, at least probably from our generation, right?